So tell me about the creative aspect of this for you. So you have all these gorgeous memories of learning this craft from your grandmother, which must be so precious to you. And then actually you carried that through and held on to it all the way through into your adult life and to now. So to what extent is that creativity aspect important to you now as a mum, as a busy mum?
I think because I always had an opportunity to do this kind of creative thing as a hobby, I had never really missed it. I was doing it at the weekends before children. I had a lovely period in my 20s where I would go to a pattern cutting class for 4 or 5 hours on a Saturday, where you literally just were so thrown into the zone. And obviously, having children, you no longer have that chunk of time. So I did feel that my work wasn't necessarily giving me that at the time. And I had done creative things within my career, but actually, I felt like it was important to me. I knew that it would make me happier if I could bring some of that in to what I did as a job. So that has been fantastic. And I think, everyone would say like this is something that you need to be able to have an outlet for. It's also been really lovely for me to see how my boys now actually witness that and experience that and see the creativity. And my older one in particular is quite creative, and he loves just going into my fabric pile and creating something, and will see me making designs and has some ideas. And I can see that that's important for how his brain works, that he has a way to see that creativity is really important in what you do.
Yeah, I imagine that's lovely as well. And the fact that you've kind of got a link there between your grandmother and all of that heritage and all that family really in Mumbai. And that now your son is in your home and he's kind of watching you take these beautiful fabrics and kind of bring your own imagination to them and think, well, what could we turn this into? And it's really nice that he's kind of interested in that creative process and he's
It's
seeing you
so
make
lovely.
time for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And nice for you that he is interested, because I mean, not every teenage boy I imagine would be.
Yeah, no, that's true. And yeah, I'm not sure, yeah, as he gets older he will, but it is lovely to see that side. And actually a bonus of this whole business that I didn't expect. He talks about the business to people. He talks about what his mum does, and that's also makes me feel really happy that he knows what I do. He understands, and he can share the joy that I have from it.
Yeah, but not only does he know what you do, but he's proud of you. If he's telling
Yes,
everybody
yes.
your story,
Yeah,
my mum does this, and
yeah.
he's happy to share it because he's impressed by what you're doing in your business. And also, this is kind of, if this has been a part of their lives since they were dot.
Yes.
So he's watched that evolve. What do they think of that connection where you're outsourcing back to the charitable trust in Mumbai?
Yeah, I think that's also great because they've come to Mumbai with me. They know the organization. They know that that's that part of the the Pri Pri kind of one of the Pri Pri values is about ethically handmade, and what does that mean, and how does that contrast with other things that are made? And actually there are things that are made on machines, and so they've got that kind of knowledge and contrast, I guess. So it's great that they also understand, there are women in particular that may not have the same opportunities, and this is important to be able to give back to them.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. And all of these decisions that you're making in your business, they're absorbing all of that all the time. When they come to make their own career choices in adulthood, they will have all of those lessons already ingrained as their foundation, which is so, so lovely. You know, you're not just kind of telling them, you know, oh, we should give back, we should do this. It's
Yeah.
that you're actually taking the action and doing those things. And I think it's incredible to be able to share that with them.